started.
Let's see here. Alright, so just keep in mind the long days optional rule from Compendium for Forgotten Secrets. Yeah. So that means twice your normal channel divinity. Yeah.
Yeah, I already had that in.
Yes. So,
I
last
mean,
we left our...
honestly, we have few enough combats that I don't think it's an issue, anyways.
Yeah. Well, for now. It's until you guys start getting onto the road. But that being said, as you got when you last left your group of adventurers, you spent the day again. Continue the day by conversing with some special guests, inadvertently provoking a aforementioned special guest, as well as making some discoveries passively, without without just without actually intending to look for it. Let's see here. Yes, as the special aforementioned special guest leaves, as a previous special guest leaves, the next person arrives. Also, by the way, if I recall correctly, that means at the next, I think it was at 6. For bards, their bardic inspiration doubles then at a certain level.
Am I still in that weird dream state?
No, at this point you're awake and you see the additional lines, the
How did it end
16
again?
lines in total. In your room with Bnor,
Yeah, now how did that weird dream sequence end?
it was due to you, due to the thing being brought up regarding a certain piece of information not being visible to you.
No, I know how that ended the dream. I'm just wondering how it ended because I thought I remembered us ending in media res.
Sorry, one sec. I think I'm breaking up on my end.
No, it's just Clara being quiet as usual to me. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if it was breaking up on your end, but it's just weird to
There we
me.
go. There we go. That's weird. Uh,
So what was
just
the last
gonna
thing this was serious being said again?
one moment. Just gonna playing a bot. There we go. So, must make adjustments, same with Alex. So as we left our previous group of adventures, we had just ended after several words, kinds, and otherwise being brought up. And one of you made a bit of a discovery. That being, in the case of Vera, information that she, if she hadn't made a, if she, that well, she was should have been able to see if she had not made a pact, had been censored due to making a pact, or in this case, taking an oath. Where she was drawing the power from has now been clear to her. A being she now knows almost innately, like almost akin to that of knowing that fire hurts, or that warmth is good, or things like that, or cold is bad. The name Abomination, the chaotic mass of unconcentrated outsiders forms into a single creature. And to Vera, she knows the progenitor to all outsiders: devils, demons, angels, fae, all that sort of thing. as well as other pieces of information now being revealed to her, that being the other 8 lines on the sheet on the stick of paper. And with that, the adventure continues. So, Vera, with this realization, you feel a spark of recognition strike in your brain as your mind starts rushing all of this information together, eventually forming into a prototype concoction that you might be able to try out. Since right now you now have access to your first level in your prestige class.
Nice.
As soon as you take the potion, of course, but obviously it's obvious. Do you wish to
Not
create
really
the
obvious,
potion?
no. Not really obvious, but okay.
Fair enough. Then yeah. So do you take your potion? Do you make the potion?
Sure.
All right. The base components of the potion you have. One of them being, of course, the mana that Benor had liberated. We'll just put lightly. Also, you're not in the Roll20, by the way. Just hop in real quick.
Oh, you don't say.
I didn't notice that before. My bad. That being said, you do feel that almost like a eureka moment, that epiphany. Well, everything starts coming into place. And since you make the potion, and using other ingredients that you have that can substitute for other such, ingredients that would normally be much more difficult to come by, you eventually make it. Lenore just stands there, surprised, but letting you do what you feel you need to do. As you finish making the potion, which is rather simple, but the steps towards actually creating it being a bit more complex, do you decide to consume it?
I analyzed the heck out of it first.
All right.
I'm not taking a risk unless I know this thing is perfectly safe.
All right. Looking at it, make a nature check.
Sure, as soon as Roll20 decides to work.
All right. Well, I'm not going to roll for you because my luck is terrible.
What kind of check did you say?
Nature.
Nature. That is one of my
Alternatively, alternatively, you could choose medicine.
Medicine is even worse. Okie dokie.
If you ever want to include other people, I have the max possible for nature.
Yeah, I intended to get a second opinion on this from someone who is a medical expert.
All right. Go. You make your way down. Benor asks if you're sure you want to include some in her opinion, some colleague who may or may not know about this relatively new and eccentric path you're taking.
I'm like, yeah, you may be right, but he knows the stuff when it comes to natural medicines and the medical field.
You're specifically referencing Flint, or are you speaking regarding to Hajime?
Flint.
Okay. She's sort of struggling. If you say so. Oh,
All right, was that sorry? Was that Mass Duke or was that
it was Mass
that's
Duke.
our talking?
Uh,
Oh, in that case,
I'm the nature expert, and I have is it just
okay,
proficiency, or do I have expertise in
You have
medicine?
proficiency,
Okay.
and you add your wisdom modifier on top of what you already have.
okay. In that case, what I say is, for your child, but she does have, but she does have an exceptional knowledge of natural stuff, of the natural world.
All right, you do so. You make her way down. She accepts your reasoning for it, but she will stand guard in case you convulse, die, or are horribly mutated to a disgusting, freakish mound of flesh and fur. Or if you just disappear.
Yeah, that possibility is exactly why I'm getting a second opinion.
Yeah, so
So,
you make your way down, and what is Hajime doing right now?
Uh, what is she? Uh, she's either rereading one of her books, or uh, pretty much that's it. Like taking care of a headache. She's it's only been a few hours and she's already had a long day, so she probably has like like a giant jug of water that she's slowly chugging.
You do notice another page as well that has appeared. Also, out of character, new page to the thing,
Oh, oh, good.
to the
She,
webcomic.
he's reading it from start to finish.
Alright. For those who cannot see it, you see a image of what looks like that same protagonist walking through the brambly forest. This time, same state as you. Her appearance taking form of what happened to her in the previous pages, as you see the words "another boon" written in white, and written underneath it in green is "yes."
She's obviously thinking there's multiple people speaking at once. She just has to piece together who's speaking. It's possibly a patron to patronage.
Maybe. And eventually, you notice that Vera is making her way towards you with a vial of something in her hand.
Do do I know of Mana? Would I know what this is? The Technicolor vial?
Not upon looking at it. No, doesn't look like a healing potion.
Actually, there's a good chance that Norlai might know what it does, just because of.
True, but she's approaching Hajime first. You can
Oh, okay, fair.
interject if you want. Just be tactical about it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. If I see there's clearly something in your hand, I'd perk up and question and be like, "Hey, what's it that you're holding?"
yeah. She looks at Vera. What you got there?
Flutter.
it's what is that buzzing noise?
Buzz.
It might be the piano. I don't even.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a-
After, what is the potion? Is it like a
It should be a potion that intertwines your both of your forms of magic in terms of how they increase as you increase in power, or at least increasing knowledge of this sort of experiment.
Isn't it like a potion that changes color? It's like
Not real. Here's the thing. From a distance, it's a bit difficult, but I'll just Vera? Sorry, just continue. What were you saying, Flutter?
I was just saying, in character or out of character?
In character. For
she Hajime just asked, "What do you have there?"
I say, well, I'm not sure. It's something that I derived from a mana potion, but I believe it should harmonize the internal magics of those with multiple forms running through them.
What do I know? Hearing this is mana, what from a druidic nature standpoint, what do I know of it?
From opinion, or do you want to see if you recall anything that specialized that most druids have messed with when it comes to mana? Or do you just want to know like what the general consensus from druids is regarding mana?
General consensus, and then I'll roll. What do I know of it specially?
Alright. General consensus, it's fucking whack, yo. Don't do mana. It'll
It'll fuck your shit up.
how do I put this? For druids, they know it to be an unnatural substance created in the worst bowels of civilization. Not to be representative of course, civilization as a whole, but it is a negative that, in most circles, a negative aspect of civilization itself and its interactions with the green. However, that is not to say that in extreme or dire circumstances, if, say, a druid is incapable of casting more powerful spells, they would not themselves not partake in it. It's more of like, how to put this? Their perception of it is, it's dishonorable.
So, an artificial spell booster potion, essentially?
Yeah, think of it as you regain essentially the way I'm ruling it is, you regain a spell slot, but you have to make a saving throw or both, either for a negative effect, and the more you take it, essentially, your character may get addicted to it.
No, where on earth did you get mana?
Oh, I didn't get it exactly. A friend did. Best not ask. Suffice to say, it's not off the street, so some Corsac is not going to get addicted.
She's nodding along. And why bring it to me?
Well, because this isn't exactly mana. It's sort of mana adjacent. It's something that I believe boosts one's own magical reserves.
Akin to that of a mutagen.
I was going to say to assert control over foreign magical presences, such as those from such as that derived from a pact or an oath.
Or innate or sorcery and clerical or things like that.
Well, with clerical, you can only restore a single first level spell slot with channel divinity per.
Still useful.
What?
Yeah, basically, I don't like foreign magical influences influencing my magic. So.
What do I roll? Do I roll nature?
That would be a history check in regards to how other like more experimental things that druids have done with mana.
Could I? That ain't too bad. 11. I was about to say I wanted to also make a check to see what I know about this particular potion in hand. I have alchemist supplies proficiency.
I will say history normally, or not history, arcana normally.
Oh boy, I'm not proficient in Arcana.
Yeah. Because normally you would have disadvantage, but because you have proficiency in a
I wish I could.
distiller set.
I wish I could freaking add my proficiency.
Distillers are
Oh, hey, that ain't too bad. 19.
Hmm.
I got lucky.
historically, Hajime, it's kind of, from your knowledge, it's kind of murky. They're kind of like, how do I put this? They're like, they're kind of like campfire stories of druids who, because of consuming this sort of concoction, have irrevocably, tainted and more and scarred their connection with the green, but in some cases gaining something new with it, attaching to the green, attaching themselves to the green would not just itself would not be capable of, like taking the form of an aberration of certain aberrations, or in some cases having a modular form of an aberration. In the case of the Circle of the Strange. However, again, it's all like campfire stories. However, Norlai, you own a tavern. Word gets around. You've had to, like, when you were in your tavern, when you had to deal with dealers themselves, you've heard some interesting things. Oh, you were saying, Alex?
Yeah, I was probably also gonna say from any stories she would have heard from her mother, with her being
A mage, yeah.
yeah, being a mage, and with enchanting and potion making herself.
Yeah. You know that your mother herself has experimented with trying to find out, the, how is mana made? How do they distill it? What sort of ingredients are used to it? Do they use perform a ritual? Is there any organic substances inside? And if so, what are they extracted from? All that sort of questions. As well as, of course, how does it need refinement, or does it need to age? It's an entire bunch of things. But that was in her youth, back when she was like 130, and she's kind of moved on past that now. However, from your knowledge, from the streets, mana is generally, how do I put this? It's kind of seen like how in our time, like here in the real world, with morphine. There's morphine made on the streets, and there's morphine made in hospitals and the such.
Yeah.
Some hospitals, in at least here in the setting, most countries do not use mana because of its addictive properties. Understandably so.
I mean, but so is morphine. Morphine's
Yes.
incredibly addictive.
Exactly. However, it does have certain properties that can prove beneficial, like with sorcerers when their magic is atrophied. It can help with, reconnection, with their retying into their connection to the weave or things like that. And with how common sorcerers are nowadays, some countries are most countries still have an outright ban for it. I mean, except for Resh, but that's Resh.
Yeah.
But generally, there's like private institutions that are allowed in those countries that ban it, that do use that sort of usage of it.
Alright, so I'll relay all of that and all my knowledge and put my hypothesis of, if you were to use such a thing, I would highly, highly suggest, if you're super tempted, small doses, small as possible, only when extreme needed.
But in regards to this in particular, you've never heard of something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know of people combining two forms of magic, oath and warlock's magic and a paladin's magic, and making them sort of synergize, sometimes harmoniously with each other. But it's not like in form of potion or anything like that. That's
Yeah,
it's
because
kind of weird.
yeah, I understand because Paladin is more of an oath to a code they made, while Warlocks make pact to.
Or even sorcerers and warlocks, or bards and warlocks, because they both feel the same thing. But that being said,
the idea.
yeah. Yes.
Anyway.
That being said, it's still odd.
Out of character, I was honestly trying to go for a more natural and holistic method because because I feel like she wouldn't really like such a method as a mouse folk. But considering the stuff that she's gone through, I think this makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the ingredients you use are found in nature. They are naturalistic and holistic. It's just the only thing that is not naturalistic or holistic is the mana you have itself.
So, remind me why she brought it to Hajime in the first place. What was that nature check for?
Did you roll it?
I'm about to.
Oh, the nature check is to discern the possible detriments.
Detriments. Do I make this at advantage or normally?
Do you have proficiency in alchemist supplies or distiller's tools? Distiller's tools? Sorry.
Does herbalism count?
No.
Then no.
This is like more complex stuff. So okay, then make an arcana. Nature with disadvantage.
Yeah, because.
This is new territory.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm kind of helping her technically, ain't I? By
Well,
explaining all this stuff.
it's still like there's probably still properties you don't even realize have been
Yeah.
added to it.
So the help wouldn't really help at all. It would give her some context. All right. Well, either way, with a 23, you sort of take a look at it and listen to her explain, like, oh, what she put in, and with your own knowledge of, albeit limited, of mana, though now somewhat expanded due to Norlai chiming in, you could sort of guess that if she were to consume this, would be permanent. There, aside from selling those aspects via a patron through a pact, there's no other way you can really think of devolving, so to speak. Anything that may occur from this potion is going to stay with her until she dies. Or maybe even beyond that.
I don't know what this is going to do to you, but based on what you have put in it and what you have explained, if you were to drink even just a little bit, it's an all or nothing scenario. It's going to be permanent until you pass to the next stage. It's permanent.
Right.
I'm not sure. I can't say for sure what it's going to do, but I can at least say that.
Well, worst case scenario, I can have someone kill me and then resurrect me.
Well,
With the 23, you know that it'll stay on. Basically, it'll affect not only her physically, but also through the magic she'll be normally capable of casting.
So, the problem with that is when you die and you resurrect, you're still connected to the same source of magic.
Yeah.
If you were to die and come back, it would still stick to you like a vice.
Yeah, it's something that affects your body permanently. Meaning, even if you were to
It's
reincarnate or um, revivify, it would still be in your system.
Akin to that of a
it's
mutagen.
it's attaching to your inner soul, your connection to magic itself.
Yeah, the only way you would probably be able to sever it is if you were to sever your magic.
Or, or sell it via well,
Through pack deals,
to
yeah.
a patron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could now, if you were to make a deal with a eldritch being, you could sell it to them for a price.
Now,
But
see, that's the entire thing I'm trying to avoid here.
Yeah, so.
Basically, this is one because my training in these two different forms of magic has diverged. I'm trying to unite them into a single holistic style, and two, because apparently there are some weird outsiders that have vested interest in my family tree, and I don't know that I really like these guys. So I'm trying to uh, wrest control of my own magic from them, I guess.
Yeah, so. I wouldn't suggest drink that potion, not only for the fact that it could cause a permanent effect, but you don't. For all we know, it could have added more addictive properties, meaning you would get, like, a fix for wanting more.
With a
perhaps,
with a high roll, you'd
perhaps
know that it's too diluted to have the addictive properties.
Well, so
I
there's a chance.
I do know that the all the ingredients you put into it, that whatever addictive properties it had before, are lessened to a point where it's no longer addictive. You've essentially created what my more scholarly friends back at home had labeled as a mutagen.
Yeah. But nothing says it still can't be addictive. People get addicted to power very easily.
That's always the case with. I keep on saying his name right because I base his name, base the character off of this guy. Nolan says, that's actually common with some mages. Oh, being drunk on power. It's a blank. The term blanket term is mage's madness.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's still something serious and that you should consider, even if there's not that a physical addiction, there's still gonna be that mental one.
I don't
Right?
think. I
Nolan
don't
says,
think.
well, anyways, I'm just gonna go continue this debate I'm having with Abdul regarding the important bits of a relationship.
Uh, I don't think Vera, our furry friend, is susceptible to Mage's madness. Maybe.
Uh,
Uh,
that that's fair. I don't know much about you, Vera. I'm just saying, just be careful. But I digress. Honestly,
I would,
yeah.
if you're going to take it, I would take extreme precautions.
Or have a wish spell on the standby.
Benur comes down and says, huh? What's going on?
Uh, do you want her to explain it, or do you want I?
It's about the potion she made.
Oh,
I
she
already
made.
said if she were to go mad or if she were to mutate into some sort of otherworldly being or freak against the gods, that would kill her.
Uh, well, there's good news and bad news with that. If you were to kill her, the potion itself would be permanent. Like I was telling her, and Norlai? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Norlai. Uh, it's tied. Well, the ingredient she's put into the potion itself has diluted it to a point where it's no longer addictive, but
It's considered
it's
unaddictive.
now
Yeah.
it's now physically, or it's permanent.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
it's
Nora just
tied.
shrugs. Nothing ventured, nothing earned. Yes.
Hmm. Well,
Hmm,
there's still the thing of like, even though there would be no downside, it sounds like there's like, it feels like there's still like an unknown effect of if she was to go to drink this.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's her
It's,
choice.
if I were
what it
to,
should do is simply bolster my own, basically like taking something to bolster your immune system, only in this case it's thematic as opposed to biological.
I think she's onto it. If uh, I'd have to do further research into the arcane potion crafting, but if just by logic, it should have relation to the natural magic that it boasts,
Yeah, and
restoring
Flint.
your natural magical energies. It should do that permanently now.
Also, Flint, you're hearing all this happen.
I would be kind of curious to see
I've
what.
just been in here,
Listening.
kind of listening.
Yeah.
You're
Would
saying,
you
I would be
Flutter?
like him to?
curious.
Would you like Flint to enter the scene?
That's up
Sure.
to. Alright.
Sure. Well, I'm kind of curious to
What
see
was
what
Flutter
effect
saying?
this. I'm just saying, I'd be kind of curious to see what effect this potion would have on someone with no innate magic.
It should
Someone.
give, much like regular mana itself, it should give them a permanent boost in
Temporary. Mono, when given somebody who has no innate magic or any magic at all. Oh, hello. When it's consumed by someone when normal mana or any mana is given to somebody who has or who does not have any form of spell casting, they do get they gain the ability to cast essentially Chaos Bolt for a minute. Depending on the dosage, the potency of that spell will fluctuate.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
it sounds, yeah, with that knowledge I would add in, and like, also by the sounds of it, there could be a small chance it could be a permanent boost to someone who doesn't have any magic. Or, like, think of like, elves how certain high elves have like innate spell casting. It essentially would kind of work like that, I would think.
Or maybe it won't do anything at all.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll go through them like uh, like water through a net.
That's also true.
Hmm.
Want to find
I
out?
mean,
Flint, where is this conversation taking place?
I
Is
imagine
there a door?
at the table.
Yeah.
yeah.
I,
Hajime's just casually drinking water, explaining what she knows.
I was gonna have Flint
I
knock
would.
on the door. I was assuming that this was a
No,
weirdly private room because
Yeah,
of these charges.
this is
I would.
downstairs in the.
I would ask if anyone would like to find out what happens, but we could all cast some form of magic anyway. So.
But downstairs, right? Downstairs is the hall.
Downstairs common area,
Yeah, the
kind of
diner,
like the
essentially the dining
eatery.
room. Yeah.
Flint walks downstairs. It walks downstairs, hearing a conversation kind of
Did
happening.
they pass and I missed this?
Yeah, he went upstairs to gather his notes, if I
Oh, okay.
recall.
I was like, fucking. I was like, wait, did it
He would be
pass?
hearing this on the way down.
Okay.
So, you were saying, Glum Chopper?
So, what is everybody discussing? Uh,
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 very, Our furry friend over here is experimenting with mana. Not recreationally, but mm,
Chemically, yes. I was about to.
yeah.
I was about
I
to point
don't
that.
know.
I was about to point out the phrasing. Yes.
I don't know if that's a word that would be used at this time.
So, where is your research notes? I could probably catch up on them. I've recently changed the pack of mine, and I should be able to study a lot faster. So I might be able to catch up with what's going on.
I'll go back to my room and grab all of my notes. As I come out of my room, you see, you see me with a thick stack of notes about the size of War and Peace.
Good lord.
Wow.
As somebody who has a physical copy, hardback copy of War and Peace. Wow.
Just look at the pile of notes like, oh god, that's gonna take forever to explain, which reminds me of that's gonna
It'll take me about 5 hours, I'd say.
Well, you can ignore like the first 80% of it.
Right. In that case,
Granted, this is all of my research notes, including research on ley potions, occultic magic, and then she whispers the next one really quietly, hemomancy, etc., etc., etc.
I'm sorry, did I hear neuromancy?
And
make
blood
a
magic.
perception against your stealth. Normally
also-
this time because you're.
Hey, Anti. I'm having problems with the rhythm bot. Could you boot it?
Oh,
What?
I've tried muting it and lowering its volume, and it's kind of obscuring. Yeah, I can't really hear other people.
All right, one moment.
Because its volume is not changing despite having it muted. It even turned down to 0% volume.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna give it a moment. I mean, yeah, I'll just continue. So perception check and Vera can roll a stealth normally because this is not because your armor would not impede this at all.
Unless you were trying to hide it.
Yeah, unless you're not trying to hide it, in which case, yeah, it's fine. If you trust your allies, then yeah.
I'm trying to hide it from onlookers, not from the not from the
group.
rest of the group. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you guys would hear the hemomancy bit.
Actually, Hajime piques her interest at this. What sort of hemomancy knowledge do you have on this?
I can. Oh, let's just say that I came across a spell on the black market. I decided to do some retrograde research on it, and it's interesting. It turns out that it might have ties to the original form of magic. Raw magic.
You found a spell, a hemomancy spell.
Yeah, we didn't see me use it during the fight with Groust.
You do remember that.
Now that you mention it, that's true.
Granted, I really shouldn't have used it, but well, you heard what he said about it.
Perhaps. I've been real curious in hemomancy of late. Perhaps later we could exchange what we know of this blood magic. What do you know of the red?
Oh yeah, I've actually been planning on checking out the out of character. What was the name of that group with the what was the name of that group that practices hemomancy here?
There are several. There's the
Are you talking
Ilmater
about the
clergy.
Yeah, the ones that we read about on the ship.
The Blood Sisters?
There are Blood Sisters being one of them, yeah. Also the clergy of Ilmater does allow it under supervision, but yeah.
Not to mention the class that what's the name of the class? Fucking blinking.
Blood hunters and atavists.
Yeah, blood hunters and habits. I feel like that's
Okay.
what Norlai would know about, but
Yeah, I feel like I actually plan to stop by and interview a couple of the local groups about it.
Hmm,
alright.
that'd actually be great. I've been wanting to pick the brains with that knowledge. Perhaps we can go together.
Yeah, I said pick his brain, not just about his skull. Sorry, that was
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see how fast I can go through this. I took a thing that says I could form a day's worth of research and study in a mere hour. I haven't read anything today, so.
Roll a just
No,
just
keep
an
saying this
Arcana
out
to
loud.
see. Yeah, roll an Arcana. Are you speed reading or do you want to take your time with it?
He's taking the time, but taking time is still drastically faster than normal.
Right. Then roll an Arcana normally. If you crit, then oh yeah, right. You're not have access to it. Give me a moment. Sorry.
You do that every time.
Sorry, it's a habit. For most of the games I usually don't have to, but
Yeah,
my bad.
until Flint fixes his shit.
26. You start to get you take your time reading it. You notice Flint is just sort of flipping one page. 5 seconds later, flipping another page. 5 seconds later, flipping another page. It's kind of unnerving.
So, well, he does that. I guess I could join you guys and see help you take up some information. I gotta kill some time. Anyways, I'm waiting on some beer to ferment.
Hmm.
But question remains: are you going to consume the potion now, or will you wait for later?
I would highly suggest having a professional look at that.
Yeah, I'll
I'd
wait for
help you
it.
do the research. I'm just currently catching up on your notes.
If you perhaps I do research of my own, and any knowledge on the natural, I can help you with.
Yeah,
Since I'm helping you with this, could you help me with something as well?
Sure. So,
I need to look for. I had a clue from my patron. A mission that I need to do relating to dire bears in this area.
Actually,
But my patron is giving me weird hints, so I'm not sure whether or not we would need to find the dire bears themselves or find some facility or whatever. So I'd like some help to uncover
I've been
whatever
meaning
that
to have.
clue could mean.
I'm glad you reminded me because I've been wanting. Now that we're here, I've been needing to help you with that. Hmm.
yeah, I'll take a look.
What?
Bears shouldn't be too hard to find, or at least they
Uh,
aren't in my neck of the woods.
what? What time is it currently?
Currently, it's about to be it's about to be noon.
oh,
Uh,
well,
Like
would you
in
like
like 2 hours.
Would you like to go out now? Perhaps study. We all take a look at these notes later.
I mean, the
Sure.
book will still be here, so I don't see why not.
Hmm. Perhaps you could also assist me in finding a ley line. I'd like to contact my patron.
Oh yeah, I'd like to find one too. I've got some research to do.
Hmm.
I could help you contact your patron if you wish. I'm very used to contacting mine, so maybe I could help you there.
Last time I talked to him, it was during the ley line, and it was so easy to do so. Perhaps there's a weaker one nearby.
Nolan chimes in. Actually, I also need to talk to my boss regarding some stuff.
I don't really have a patron, but during my during my research, I did end up contacting a hero of my people. I'd be very curious to meet him again.
Oh, I do need to talk to you about something else, Vera.
Yeah?
Since you're a paladin, I've recently been reorganizing myself bit by bit, and I'm becoming the same. What's needed is to construct my vow.
Sorry.
I didn't catch the last part.
Yeah, can you repeat that last part, please?
I need to construct. All that's left is to construct my vow. When I take it, I'll be official paladin.
Ah, yes, the personal oath to your own code that you wish to follow.
Fear sighs and says, I can help, but my own particular path wasn't exactly the smoothest. Mine is quite frankly a path of revenge, and it's not one that I can in good conscience recommend.
Oh, you too?
Would Doraline know of any good paladin, codes? Just out of curiosity.
Make an insight to see if, from your brief knowledge with Flint, experiences with Flint.
Yeah.
And then a religion to see what you know.
That's a 29 and then a religion. Alright.
Yes, the bar keeps innate knowledge.
That's your fucking 20.
Whoa.
Okay.
Flint just dropped a hint at being a paladin of vengeance.
You know, wait, from what reports you've read regarding his fighting, the way he throws himself viciously into combat, him making a pact with what is often referred to as a suicide patron. If you want to die, you want to try to get in contact with this patron of the spirit of the angel of righteous vengeance, and also his propensity towards being quite how do I put this gently without being rude? No, that's not the right word. I can't think properly. Wait. Yes, I finally remember the correct word. Vicious with his worldview. Very fatalistic. One moment.
Anti-bin.
I think he received a call.
Auntie is dead. Crab rave.
Sorry, work.
Work
How dare
seems
they
to
call
call
you
you off.
while on vacation?
Yeah, I mentioned. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, and either way. So, with all that in mind, vengeance would unironically be a very good fit for him, but you can't recommend it in good conscience because of what generally tends to befall vengeance paladins, which is more often than not an early grave.
Yeah.
However, you also know of another one that, well, he tends to strive for a lot of perfection. Oath of Perfection might be one. It kind of pushes, but he's kind of varies there. Though there is one you've heard some like mumblings about regarding his sort of patron,
Yeah.
or at least the type of patron he serves, offering a unique boon, a unique oath, specifically given by sovereign angels. What was it again? Sorry, I'm just pulling it up here. That being that of ascendancy.
Path of Ascendancy?
An oath of ascendancy,
Oh, Oath of Ascendancy.
which it kind of pulls from vengeance a bit, and it kind of pulls from perfection, oath of perfection, but with his sort of, but it's also very, how do I put this? You really don't know any people who take that sort of oath. Though then again, those are sovereign angels that non-law people make oaths with them,
Yeah.
or pacts, or anything with them.
So,
They're viewed as good, but yeah,
alright,
nobody wants to deal with them.
so the oath of, uh, yeah, my brain is being.
No, three. Vengeance, ascendancy, and perfection.
Okay, Ascendancy. So, yeah, normally I would park up and like, well, there's the Oath of Ascendancy, which,
Ascendancy.
Ascendancy, pronunciation, not my best. Stick with me. Anyways. um, I would suggest that, but I don't know a lot, nor I don't think anyone in this town who is following that path. I could be wrong, but hold on. Let's see if I can try to remember.
I may as well. I may as well ask, but you know the it's really hinting at.
Yeah. So ascendancy. So yeah, I.
No.
Huh?
Vengeance.
Yeah. I wouldn't, in good conscience, suggest that because it ends in death. It straight up ends in death. If you're fighting a
Most
die, then yeah, by all means, go right for it. But yeah, I couldn't consciously suggest that, even as a joke.
ev- everyone knows Oath of Vengeance is for people suicidal.
Yeah, they literally don't give a shit about anything else except for killing a guy that they really, really want to kill. Or girl. Whatever.
It's up to Flint to decide on which one harmonizes most with his character.
Yeah, but
Right,
I would suggest try to look into ascendancy before putting your heart onto vengeance. I would also suggest checking into perfection. It might suit you.
Who's it vengeance against?
Sorry?
Yeah, that's
Who's it vengeance against?
yeah, that's actually a solid question from
Isn't it like any and all wrongdoers?
Any and all forms of evil.
yeah.
Though it's not too. It depends on the person. Some of them take it to the most extreme, eventually becoming, well, what is often called thorn oaths. Oaths that tend to, well, harm those that take it. Not literally, directly, but because of what they decide it means for them.
Yeah, but it's also such a fact that it usually ends in an early grave with the person that follows that path.
Yeah, because of the tenets,
Yeah.
as well as people who generally take them. Those who have been horribly wronged. Usually, some people that you would, at the very least, hope that they become, vigilantes or something like that. But not these people.
Not everyone can be Batman. Anyways,
Yeah.
I digress. But yeah, I would suggest looking into those two before you decide to go vengeance, at the very least. Norlai is gonna see if she can try to recall if anyone is an oath of insensitivity or perfection that she could suggest, because she's been in this town for a while.
Yeah, roll a history with advantage.
Yeah.
See if you know anyone.
I used all my good rolls. That's an 8.
Well, yeah, 8. It's not that hard. You've been here for a while. Because of, well, one of the tenets, of course, being that, not doing anything that would physically alter your body in a temporary or detrimental way, which often involves that form of, not taking alcohol or anything of the sort. Except, the weak stuff
In
in,
response,
religious
Flint drags out the
ceremonies.
scarecrow.
Yeah.
Just kind of points at it.
Who'd take an oath to not drink alcohol?
You'd be surprised. Also, alcoholics, former alcoholics. But anyways, that aside.
This is Norlai just being like, who'd take an oath against not taking alcohol? What's wrong?
Yeah. Then there's, but you didn't know where they usually congregate. They often congregate in like local monasteries here. There's one you know of, run by dwarves and halflings. And you're pretty sure that they have at least 2 perfection paladins. There's 2 perfection paladins there. In terms of that of vengeance, well, you do know of one man or woman. You don't really. Nobody knows for sure because they always wear the same full plate.
Yeah, they're wearing too much armor to tell.
Yeah, you know that they, at the very least, they go by the name of. I'm sorry, let me pull up my notes here. They go by the title of Blackhand.
Okay, so is that ascendancy or perfection?
That's vengeance.
Oh, valid.
But in terms of ascendancy, hold on. Oh, there is one, though you're not sure if they're here now. They work primarily in. They primarily serve. Let's see here. Let me pull up the name again. Here it is. Yes, they primarily serve the god of one of the gods of the ocean and sailing by the name of. What was it?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Valcour. He doesn't get his power from Valcour. He apparently, according to rumors, gets it from a sovereign angel that allows him, that views Valcour's as, whole thing of being against piracy and all that as something that is notable. He might be on the docks. He might not be.
Yeah.
If he's not working, he's drinking and partying, which he's never visited your bar in particular, but you've heard of him. He's like the opposite of those perfection paladins.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll make mention of him, and he's like, he usually is on the docks, but there's a good chance he might be out or doing something. Yeah, he probably goes on the.
So she meant.
For certain though, if you want to find him, ask the other sailors.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be like, yeah, just ask the other sailors and see if you can find him. But as per perfection, because that's the last one.
That was the monastery
Right.
of halflings and dwarves.
Yeah, so if you want to check for perfection, go to the monastery for dwarves and halflings. That's in this local town.
Do you tell them about the vengeance?
It's like, I do know one person of vengeance, but seeing how we already have one person here, I would suggest maybe as the last resort to talk to them too. but I don't know what kind of person they are because they wear so much armor you can't even tell what gender they are. So it's kind of hard to get a read in
They
person.
go by anything?
They also don't talk,
Yeah.
from what you've heard.
They don't talk much either, which doesn't really help. But yeah, those are the places I would suggest looking if you want to look for those.
Does the Vengeance Paladin go by anything? Go by anything?
It was Blackhand.
Yeah, Black Hat. So, well, I hold your tongue a little bit and be like I said, I'd give you the name after you'll talk to, if you can talk to the Ascensi and Perfection one. Seriously, kid. Yeah, you really shouldn't go engines just quite yet until you see the options. I'll give you the name after you at least talk to the other two. Could you please do that?
Maybe. I have things that I need to put to bed. Those will help me put them to bed, and I'll be able to rest a bit easier. But that oath matters more to me than you think. I don't plan to throw my life away. I'll go ahead and check with those if you really want to stress it.
Yeah, it's always important to consider your options instead of just thinking that this is the only path.
Alright. So with that, you guys want to go and do your things?
I think we're kind of doing group things.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm pretty much gonna go with them, seeing how I gotta kill time anyways before that the beer I made last night is essentially ready and fermented to be ported over into bottles.
I need to go to the town hall and start the process for getting the dragon great bow, and
Oh,
I
you
need
did.
no.
On the way
They
back.
did I?
Yeah, I said, I said last session, we'll just say on your way back, after taking the potion and letting the effects take hold, you stop by the town hall to get it started. Which is essentially just
Okay.
signing your name into a lesson, not lesson catalog, a lesson, uh, listing
Yeah,
for.
listen to confirm your skills, or at least train your skills in some cases.
When's
Yeah.
when's the lesson gonna be taking place?
It's gonna be tomorrow. Let's see here. It'll be tomorrow. The earliest one was tomorrow at let's see here, at 3 p.m.
Okay, I'll write that.
It's a
Write that down.
4-hour class, so it's
Oof.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Well.
Hajime,
Yes.
could I re-borrow my hat?
I'm sorry. Which
Might
one?
need it to walk around without being followed by a crowd.
Um. I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
Hmm. Do you want to hunt down the information on the dire vet first, or would you rather we go to find a ley line first? or there's what Vera wanted, and we could go.
The hemomancy
Uh,
practitioners.
yeah,
Point
we
out
both want
the most people first. I know the
Okay.
bear, finding more info about the bear would just help me. Finding the ley line would be able to help more than just me. Blood magic would be good for Vera's notes.
Hmm. I I have my own personal questions for them too.
Yeah. Above game, like as I'm hearing this and talking about like what was it, dire bears or is it like owl bears?
Owl bears. It's
Okay.
owl bears.
Would I know any in this
Dire
area?
bears.
Yeah.
Dire bears was what tooth he got sunk with.
Yeah, it was. Just roll a nature with advantage because you've had to go out in the forest a few times
All
to
right, that's a
get some
22.
materials.
Hey.
Hey, congratulations! With a 22, you know that there is. Let's see here. Yeah, in between Solane and Coit, there is like a small subspecies of owl bear that are really nasty. Not because they're like any more like they're tough or anything like that. No, it's because they actually have teeth that easily fall off and easily grow back. And if left
Sharks?
untreated, yeah, like sharks.
Yeah.
Ergo, the name that they are often known by, shark-toothed owl bears. Wait,
That I mean that would explain why I was able to turn into them because they're monstrosities.
Yeah. So I'll make mention about that, but also clarify that yeah, that particular sect of owl bears are particularly
subspecies, but
yeah,
yeah.
that subspecies. But that
I
particular
could.
subspecies is deadly.
I could. Owlbear hide is fantastic for armament.
uh,
Could I could make some leathers out of
well, if you guys want to do that first,
Link pulls out the tooth. Do you think this is on the money?
Oh, I can use that to cast locate creature.
What was the
I
tooth that you found?
Oh.
What was the tooth
I
that your
didn't
patron gave you?
I didn't realize you had the tooth. I could cast locate. I could locate this creature as long as they're assumedly alive. I could start looking for this creature.
Hmm. What slot you using?
Out of the game, it's a 4th level.
I'm assuming spell slots are a terminology in universe.
Are they?
Yeah, I
Anti.
would assume so to make it so it's easier for spellcasters to
Le-
identify it.
less spell limit and more less spell slot and more referred to as like limit.
Yeah,
I have a limit of 4 first level spells
yeah. Hey,
before I need to rest.
yeah, I would agree. That would probably be more accurate.
If I'm drawing from my patron,
Either way, he's trying to use. I'm having him use in-universe terminology. So,
Yeah, but,
Okay.
all right. So the intern.
what's your limit on it?
Yeah.
My limit is 4 if I'm drawing from nature. I have a limit of 3 if I'm drawing from my patron.
Oh, here you go. Be careful.
Okay. Outside of the game, I roll 20 crashed, and I'm in that process of waiting now.
Oh, that's.
Yes. Suffering.
Suffering.
How quaint.
And it was just as this was happening.
Alright. I can do it if you want.
Go it. It should be in my 4th level.
Alright.
It's one of those spots I could take too, but I'm kind of at my limit.
Locate creature.
Yeah.
What's the range for it?
Let me check.
I'm pulling it up here.
Within 30 feet.
As long as 1,000 feet.
Yeah, 1,000.
Here,
It
locate
points
creature.
you into the direction of it.
Yeah.
even if it's not within if it's within 1,000 feet, it shows you have a direct location of where it is. But if it's within, if it's like outside of that 1,000, it's a general like you go this way.
All right, I'll mark off the 4th level spell slot if you would like.
Yeah, I'll use it.
All
Isn't
right.
it rich?
Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah, and
Oh,
with,
Is it
it's
ritual?
no. It actually is it. No, it is not a ritual.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, you think it would
Yeah.
be, but it's not.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
it's
I
the same
have
thing with locate object.
I have druids get ritual casting.
Yeah. Shame it's not happening. Oh well.
If
So
only
with. Hmm?
I was just about to say, if only you could make spells into rituals.
Nah. I'm sure there's some writer out there who has done that, but in the meantime, for obvious reasons, we're not going to be doing that. Okay, so you expend a 4th level spell slot to cast Locate Creature. You get a pull from, let's see here, east northeast.
So in
She,
the direction
she,
I
kind,
yeah.
Yeah,
she,
towards Solane.
she pulls out a compass out of her bag. It's that way. Uh, as she just shows the compass. I don't know how far it is in question, but I know it's in this direction. I have to get closer to see it exactly where it is,
Yeah, and
but I at least know where to start looking.
yeah. Well, with
Would you like me to purchase a scroll for you so you don't have to use your limit again?
I
Uh,
was gonna say I do know the area and I did know where to find these guys. I could at least help lead you in the right direction.
if we're going there, I need to purchase some bloodstone. If I get bloodstones up to a certain price, I can imbue them with restorative. Will be extremely useful in fights. Outside the game, I need to find bloodstones worth like either 300 GP or 300 PP. I can't remember.
So
PP.
300 gold or 30 platinum is what you said.
I think it's gold pieces.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Let me actually check. It's expensive.
yeah, but
I
while you're doing that, you want Norlai to lead you guys in the correct, like the general direction.
if we want to hunt, I personally be down for this. Albert Hyde get the right he does air quotes specimen, and do it carefully enough. Albert Hyde is extreme for creating levels. And I do have something in the works for you. I think you'll like it. It took me a lot of anguish to even get the materials necessary, but I found a creature that has a special property that I think you'll definitely enjoy.
Well, in the meantime, what do you guys want to do first?
It's like I said, Norlai has nothing really big except waiting for the the beer to finish fermenting so she can put it over the bottle. So this will be a great time killer. She did that before going to bed, and it takes relatively 16 hours, and it's only been about 8, maybe it's close to 10.
You need to wait another 8 hours.
Yeah.
If Norlai knows a place of a jeweler's that offers bloodstones, we can just quickly.
I was just
Go
gonna
on.
say, with Norali's own, practices, you would know of it purely because of that's where you go for if things are really bad and you need that component for that spell.
Yeah.
If you let me quickly stop at a jeweler's or a place, I could get some bloodstones and perform a ritual
Um.
that allows some momentary healing.
Yeah, that's an easily passed on. I know of one because I've gotten components for Greater Revivify and Revivify from them.
Revivify and Resur was it?
Restoration. I misspoke. Yeah.
Resurrection.
Well,
Resurrection.
not resurrection because I didn't. I don't think I have that. Yeah, that's a 7th level. I have regenerate, but regardless, I misspoke. It was greater restoration. But
Yeah.
regardless, I'd start leading you there.
Yeah, it was Raised Dead. I think is the one that. Yeah, it's a 5th level. The 5th level one that has a larger time frame, where it's 10 days instead of 1 minute or 1 hour. Sorry.
Yeah, raised dead is more necromancy because that's straight up undead.
No, actually, you don't. You're thinking Raise Undead. This is Raised Dead.
Really?
Or sorry, you're thinking Create Undead. This is Raised Dead. It's different.
I might have to check that.
It's really weird. It's a really weirdly named spell.
Anyway,
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'll stop by this place real quickly. Let me just ping you the spell in question. I picked it way before we got on the boat in the first place. It's called Healing Stones.
I should take that spell.
Is it
It's
available?
It's druid only.
Well, it's cleric too. Raised
I
dead.
was at a shopping mall nearby.
Raised Dead is a good spell. You're
I-
talking about Raised Dead, not
I'm
Healing
taking
Stones,
it.
right?
Not yeah.
Mm.
I got sidetracked by what you were doing. Sorry. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
Check. Nope, it's not one of the spells I can learn. Healing stones.
Yeah, you infuse stones up to your spellcasting modifier, and
No.
as
You infuse 1 stone.
You infuse blood stones with regenerative magic as an action for hit points you consider so afterwards 200 times. That's good.
you may infuse stones up to your spellcasting modifier.
So
My bad.
yeah, each stone must be worth at least 300 GP. Alright, so
That's the trade-off where you can have up to your spellcasting modifier, but they're 300 GP each.
They're more expensive, yeah. That's a
uh,
good trade-off.
yeah, honestly, it's not too bad. Anyways,
How that's 30 per 30 times 5, that's
30, 20, yeah.
I mean, you would probably only need 4 for now if you wanted to save money.
I mean,
Imagine wanting to save money.
I'm too
Imagine being a
bougie for-
responsible adult. Wait, she's not an adult.
God damn.
She's
Don't remind me
she's
that I can't get her
horrible.
drunk.
She's horrible with money. Let's be honest. I built her to be incredibly irresponsible with money.
That would be highly irresponsible investing in business.
150 platinum on stones alone.
It took me 10 years, like nearly freaking, like 8, what was it, like 8, 5, like close to 5 years now to get that kind of money.
She'll, assuming Norlai is leading me to this place.
Yeah. That's just
I'll just I'll just tell them I need bloodstones worth 300.
All right. How
Is
many do
that
you
place
need?
anywhere near north, west?
Well,
In that
Uh,
direction?
East northeast, where
yeah.
the bear is. That.
I
Checkpoint
know
two?
of the location because I've heard because I'm well knowledge of this
Um,
We
town.
can, we can hear you, Flutter.
Okay, good.
loud and
The
clear.
party decided to move.
Yeah, we're
What did I miss when my computer decided to spaz out?
um
Uh,
essentially
I'm
Mass is
per
going jewel shopping for a spell.
yeah. Uh,
Well, a ritual
I'll
spell, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I'll purchase five stones and 50 gold pieces worth of incense.
All right. All right. So that'll come up to
That's 150
150 platinum.
yeah, 150 platinum
Yeah.
or 150
Yeah. I'm
1,000
good
gold.
at this.
Yeah.
she puts down the 150 platinum and the 50 gold separately. Yeah?
All right. The shopkeep, concerned, but it's bloodstones. What's the worst that can somebody can use with them aside from putting them in a sock and bashing someone over the head with it? It's a really weird sock weapon if she's doing that, but she's got the money. She's with adult. She's with a known adult. She has adult supervision, so hopefully she won't be bashing somebody in the over the head with really expensive rocks.
Going to use
I
disguise
find it
self for
hilarious
discretion.
that Norlai is working as a parent figure.
Well, Norlai and Vera,
No, I
uh,
still find it funny that it's
and
just
also Nolan and Benor and Abdul.
oh, they're all three of them are coming with us.
Well, Nolan will be coming with Benor. Well, she kind of has to, out of obligation, and so is Nolan because he's got some things he needs to take care of with his patron.
No, Benor and Vera are a package deal.
Yeah, especially now with her carrying that potion. She's got to be there in case she turned into some sort of giant lumbering monster.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Well,
I mean, I haven't
I
drunk it yet, so.
Yeah, but when you drink it, if
Yeah.
you decide to drink it, then she'll be there to be prepared and all that.
yeah. I put down all the money necessary and take the stones.
Easy enough. They hand it over. No fuss. They don't sell incense here because it's a jewelry store. They don't sell. They're not a spell component store. But they point you to a place that does. While you're here in the jeweler store, does anyone require any stones? Any diamonds? Pearls?
Oh, I could do with a couple of diamonds for Revivify.
I got enough for 3 uses of Revivify, but thinking about it, I could.
Does haste need spell ingredients?
No, I think it's spell casting focus, but not actual consumption. So, think you're good. If you want to use haste, I could be wrong.
Hold on. Well, continue.
But
I'll take a look.
let me check the cost for Revivifying Greater Restoration. I might suck up more in the uses.
Greater Restoration
It's
is
consumed.
diamond dust. Yeah, it's consumed.
Alright.
They're both consumed.
Alright, so that's 300, and then the Greater Restoration is only 100. So that would be. Going to get a couple more uses. That'd be 6 flat right there, and then.
Yeah. D&D, the one fantastic game where you have to, where proper financing is, well, and also being responsible in general is preferred. In fact, a great skill.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, that and
Dagger,
Monopoly.
I think that.
That and Monopoly. Sorry.
Yeah,
Saying?
I think I'm good with the uses I currently got. Any of my spells that consume the one from
Oh,
use.
I need to get my shield back.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, say goodbye to me while I'm showing you where to get incense. Make sure you get in the right direction. You can go and pick up your shield while we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll head over. Put down the money for incense and head back to where the group is. And while Vera, assuming I get back before Vera does, I'll start preparing the ritual.
I would hold up a hand and like, let me lead you to the location first. That way you get close before casting the spell.
Well, also the shopkeep does not allow any ritual casting in his place of business due to, well...
Well, you didn't hear Matt say that, like, meet up with the group after they bought the incense.
Okay. There you go. My bad. Well, there's also a sign up front that says no ritual casting inside.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Nora, I would just be like, let me lead you to where I know the known look, like in the general vicinity area where they are. So I at least know that much.
Yes. So, that being said, let's see here. Vera grabs her shield. Hajime gets the components she needs. And is there anything Flint would like to purchase from the jeweler's store?
Maybe I have an idea. I don't really have any actual items that I want to purchase because nothing for like gameplay purposes. Well, that's a weird way to put it. This is really just a bunch of fluff purchases. Flint buys a ton of a few instruments, like a trumpet.
You can do that. Oh, from the jeweler? Oh, they don't sell instruments in the jeweler store.
I think what he's saying is that you would go try to find a music shop to buy instruments. That maybe
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, of course. Like
Since people are kind of traveling around to buy different items in this session anyway.
All right. Well. All right. In that case, actually,
So
I'll say this.
I'll buy 900 GP worth of diamonds, enough for three river.
Oh yeah, Flint also has
All right.
disguised self on and looks like a cheap knockoff of himself. If that is the best way to avoid the paparazzi. Look like a
Smart
shitty
move.
cosplayer of yourself.
Yeah, smart move. And regarding Flutter's personal decision, easily done. They give it to you and they ask if you want it grounded into a powder or do you want just the whole thing.
I mean, I think it probably requires the whole thing for Revivify, right?
If I remember correctly,
Yeah, it doesn't specifically say. Yeah, it doesn't say that it has to be grounded down, but it also say it doesn't have to be, or it has to, or it can be.
Diamonds.
So
300 GP, so it could
yeah,
be like
so it'd be.
diamonds.
It could be multiple diamonds or a singular diamond. It's fine.
As whole, not in dust form.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as it equals 300.
Yeah. They're easily done. They hand you a small pouch of diamonds. Do you explain to them that it's like for revivifies?
Yeah.
All right, then they hand it to you in 3 pouches, each one containing a diamond worth 300 gold pieces.
Are they like individual diamonds in each one, or does one of the packages have multiple diamonds, or?
Each of them have multiple diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Some of them, multiple diamonds. Some of them just have 2. Some of them have 3. One of them has 3. The other one has like 12 smaller diamonds.
Now, it's fair that a spell component specifies price. I mean, what if the market value of diamonds fluctuates?
Oh god, yeah, then...
Yeah.
Now you understand the power and the horrors of being a cleric.
Well, it's one of those
In the
things of,
modern
like,
age.
I think it's one of those ground set rules of that certain things cost certain things, because if it was fluctuating prices like in real life, D&D would be a hell of a lot more complicated than it needed to be.
Well, it would be more complicated in the modern age, but it'd go back to normal in the sci-fi thing.
Thank God this is fantasy, so you don't have to worry about that shit.
I cast Revivify to revive my fallen companions. It doesn't work. Oh no! And then when you get back to town, you find out that the diamond has dropped in price.
You killed my friend, you bastard!
Well, you've spent as long as you've spent $300 worth of diamond, or the equivalent to gold, it wouldn't matter.
Not if it's gone down in value.
Again, this discussion can be saved aside.
That's different. That
Not
being said,
Making shopping trips. Why are we arguing about well, not arguing, talking about economic prices?
That's why I'm trying to get things back.
You're
yes,
making an irrelevant charge.
let's just go back to normal. Everyone, let's just go back to normal. Just avoid the fantasy of liquid currencies. Anyways, so moving on, you do that. You pick up your components, Hajime. You pick up your shield, Vera, as well as some diamonds. Hajime picks up some other things. Is there anything Norl I would like to purchase from the jeweler store?
No, I said I was good. I gotta save money so I can actually invest into my freaking business.
All right. Let's see here. Nolan. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that's separate. What's going on there? Hardic, yeah.
Checking spells.
So let's see here. He actually Nolan's fine. He doesn't need anything from the jeweler store since he's not a jewelry guy. For now, though.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
While you're checking stuff over this, I gotta ask, Mask, how do you have a 20 DC?
I have a +5 in wisdom, and I have a magic item that increases my DC.
Oh, okay. Because I have my wisdom score of of a +6 modifier, and I was like, wait, your DC is higher than mine. Oh, yeah, magic item.
You guys got a DC? Oh god.
Yeah, I got a 19 for my spells, and
Yeah.
bad, but
Let's see here.
could be better.
Yeah, so is Benor. Though, Abdul right now, he doesn't really feel comfortable going to the jewelry store because apparently got a lot of, he explains, he's got a lot of jewelry inside him that's keeping him alive. Brings back very bad memories of him becoming a curse-born, an occultic curse-born.
I offer him a drink in that trying times.
Here's the thing, he's not able to drink anymore.
It's like, I can't.
Truly.
You can't. I can't drink. What do you mean you can't drink? I just can't.
I can't get drunk.
It's like I just pat him on the back and be like, you poor man.
Not with liquids. I have to eat sand. Alcoholic sands.
I just look at him. I just be like, you poor man.
Yeah. Anyways, all your compatriots are fine there. So, where do you guys want to go next?
I think we're
Hey, Milai. So you know that Sharktooth Owlbear place. that anywhere near this shop?
If you're looking, what shop are you talking about
The
specifically?
owlbear. Yeah, sorry, probably didn't specify. It's out of
They're in
town,
the
out in the
jewelry store at the
wilderness.
moment. He's saying if he's wondering if it's close.
Oh, the place that has all the owl bears. It's
Those weird owlbears. Yeah.
yeah. I'll make mention that it's between this town and Shulin, bleh,
It's all right. Solane.
Solane. Bleh. Anyways,
Yeah. It's right here. Let me just ping it. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's right here. Let me just ping it.
Mm. Oh, since I'm out of 4th level spell slots, I will look and purchase a spell scroll of locate creature.
You could. I'll just say this. I just need to know where you going. Guys are going first or
I believe
next
we're gonna
afterwards.
okay.
afterwards. I
After the
believe.
jewelry store.
Oh,
I
if no one else needs anything in town, I believe we're gonna hunt down Dire Bear.
Actually, you know what? Let's just avoid like where you guys go. We'll just assume you guys like go in whatever order and pick up with whatever items
yeah
shopping.
because
So
yeah because this that's anyway.
yeah. So you know what? Let's start with the okay. Actually, I'm not kidding. The most complex. Norlai. Is there anything Norlai would like to purchase?
I've went over this multiple times. No, I'm good. I think I'm good on stock for my business because usually I would assume I'd have a person pick up supplies have someone in charge of picking up supplies.
Yeah, you have a supplier who like monthly delivers some, the ingredients and the such that you would need for brewing.
Yeah, so essentially I am good. I'm just waiting on everyone else to be like, all right, follow me to where the elbows are.
All right. Next, then, Hajime, Master Duke, what would Hajime like to purchase before going on the hunt?
For out in the hunt, I would like to purchase a spell scroll for locate creatures since wait, healing stones is a ritual. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a ritual. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm
You fool!
never mind. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I have
so
another
yeah.
level 4. I have another spell slot.
Yeah.
So I'm for right now. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Also, can you post in resources where you got healing stones? Because those are really nice. Expensive, but nice.
If I can find them.
You could probably repost it after the game, after you find it again.
Yeah, after the game, when you can. That being said, let's see here. So, anything else? So, what is it that Hajime wants to get?
As of right now, I'm fine.
Okay. Alright, in that case, Flutter, is there anything viewer would like to procure? Spells, scrolls, components, magical items, potions.
Not off the top of my head. I might try to, I do believe that I have a dwarven, some sort of dwarven prize to claim at some point.
Yes, you do. You can pick it up.
Well, I'm pretty sure that would require some role playing, and I don't want to check things even further. So we could do that.
It's okay. We can skip the roleplay.
Skip the role play? Are you mad?
Yes. Well, in fact, yes.
You know what? Fair point. Silly question.
Just expedite it.
Yeah, just for expedition, they give you, they confirm your name. They confirm, if your permission, if you're okay with it, they put you under a, circle of truth to confirm you are who you are. Afterwards, they give you the dwarven Tahino. It is large and made for dwarves in mind. But that being said, feels natural in your hands.
Oh, I thought it was an item that I got to pick or something. That I got to
Oh,
pick.
right, sorry. It's a
Yeah,
dwarven. It's a dwarven make item.
because dwarven kahina, I have absolutely no use for that.
True. I mean, it's made primarily for dismounting mounted combatants, but yeah, that's kind of niche.
It's too bad I'm not. It sounds like an interesting weapon.
It is, but that being said, it's not useful for this character. So, what would you like to procure? They do have axes, hammers, swords.
I
Or do you
don't know
want to
what
leave it
my
up to?
I don't know what
Oh,
my
sorry.
options are. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to delay it, so that I didn't take up time looking over my options.
Oh, understood. Then, in which case, let's see here.
Just give me some
Uh,
options.
all right, I'll PM you them, and you can PM me what you would like,
Yeah,
or what you'd like to pick up.
my options for
Oh, thanks.
weapons are very limited. Best one is literally a mace.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, lamb chopper. Is there anything Flint would like to procure?
Flint goes around looking for a music shop.
All right.
I'd probably
Maybe
procure
some weird music shop.
Music.
Yeah,
Like music, a instrument store.
Yeah, so yeah,
maybe
Norline.
maybe see if any of them have an artificer there and see if they've gotten really weird with the instruments.
I that brings up a good question. Would Norline know of, like, after you describing what specifically you're trying to look for, being like, would Norline know of anyone specific?
History. Or no, yeah, history. Because there's no knowledge local. Pathfinder, I miss you so much sometimes.
Let's see how well I can do. That's a 12.
I mean,
12.
you can always just create it like the data skill or Yatsakuri.
Well, it's
Yeah, but that's.
creating more skills would mean giving players more proficiencies to be able to take.
Yeah. Anyways, that being said, with a 12, you do know of one place, though the artificer, the guy hires, he's sort of on and off at times. Some days he's working there and he's got a bunch of instruments, and some days he's just not even there, and there's like one, maybe two woodwind instruments.
Yeah, so
Like a sad little oboe hanging up right there.
okay. So I'll mention the guy, but I'd be like, but catching him is hit or miss, so we can go and see if he's there. But there's a good chance he's not. It is pretty rare.
Seems more miscellaneous. Would you rather us go there now, or should we go?
I mean, it wouldn't be too much trouble to check and see if the guy's in, and if he's not, we could come back later.
Yeah.
As well.
Are you looking for unusual instruments like the hurdy-gurdy or the harmonica?
Or musical or magical
No,
instruments.
I can already cast those sounds at will. I'm looking for something far stranger.
Oh, like
I
instrument, like magical instruments.
to know of just like weird exotic instruments that people might have cooked up, as he can magic most traditional music instrument sounds anyway, as he's heard them before.
All right. Easily enough, you're able to point him in the right direction. Over there, they do have some interesting instruments. One is called a death whistle. It's a sort of like a normal whistle that like sports people, like not sports people with that other team that's very competitive against my home team. No,
Sports team.
it's like a sort of thing that a coach would sort of have hanging on off of their neck, except instead of a normal whistle, it's got the end of it is shaped like that of a skull. It's a skull flute, and when you blow into it, releases a very loud, high-pitched scream, humanoid scream.
Hey, what does this sound like? Ah! Sounds like death.
Is it like screamo music? Like
No, it's more
It's
like
just
sound of someone dying.
yeah. And don't worry, we're gonna end the session as you guys are starting or well investigating. So yeah, they do have that. It's like 5 silver. It's kind of a novelty thing, but it's
It's more
oftentimes purchased by the occasional mercenarious bard, or just that one asshole who just blows into it into the ear of somebody who is sleeping. You know that
or
person
those damn
because he's here playing.
Yeah, or those damn
Masked.
yeah, or those damn teenagers playing a prank that someone died.
Oh god.
Flint
Yeah.
passes him the 5 gold, and
5 silver. It's silver.
Flint kind of looks around, seeing if there's anybody actually else around other than the shopkeeper today.
At the moment, aside from the shopkeeper and the people who are like tuning the instruments, they look like normal musician, like bards, and some of them are sorcerers who just they just enjoy the hobby
Yeah.
of playing music that work there. Just tuning the instruments, cleaning them, maintenance, all that stuff. Doesn't
Flint
look
turns
like
off to the
the
sky.
artificers here. Yeah.
Flint
The
turns off to
artificer's
the
not
sky and proceeds to ask something. You got anything wild?
All right. I'm gonna just roll, see if they know
I'm
you.
going to pull a charisma check, maybe.
All right.
I think this would be
Roll.
deception.
No.
Not really deception. He
persuasion.
dropped the thing.
Oh, you
That would be
dropped it.
persuasion. Yeah, that would be persuasion.
He dropped it in order to make a social power play.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion then.
Hands are tied on that one, Chief.
Right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My stupid self. 19. The guy just almost like falls off of his chair and apologizes for not recognizing you sooner, but also tells you that he can get the guy to come in tomorrow. He just needs some incentive, which you're plenty incentive. You're plenty you're plentiful in the terms of incentive.
You don't need to apologize. I'm actually trying to
Not attract attention.
avoid the paparazzi. Essentially, I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, they understand. It's just more of like a formality thing. Either way, so they tell you that they can get him here tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, tomorrow in general, as long as you're gonna show up again. They promise that they'll make sure that that nothing gets out into the crazed fans or any of the journalists who may want to interview you for a exclusive scoop.
It's not that bad. I can fairly handle those situations until people start trying to immediately flirt with me.
Yeah. That being said, all right.
I would rather keep this shop intact.
Yeah, understood. So overall, appears to be, they'll get him here. He'll get him here tomorrow. That's just the thing. That's just the thing. So meanwhile, Vera. They do have the items they have right now are a cape of the Montebank. I'll just PM it to you actually. You want
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, that's like Yeah. So, I'm assuming after you check out the items, so we head out of town. We're ending session.
I don't.
After you guys finish your actually track the guy, track the owl bear, which
Oh.
won't be too difficult. I'll say we'll just say after you guys finish your shopping and picking up your things, you guys make your way there, recasting. It takes you several days, but I will need the person leading if you're not taking the carriage with you and you're just going on foot to make a survival check.
I'm sorry, several days?
No, like 2 days.
Still, days. Not. Okay, so that means I gotta finish up.
It is a good bit away. The druids tend to herd them away from.
Okay,
Well,
that makes.
so that way there's no
Well,
accidents.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I
we
could've-
have
Yeah, but I was.
things that are for tomorrow. Both me and Flint that have things that are specifically for tomorrow.
Yeah, that.
In which
How-
case,
How about hunting down the ley line?
if you go by foot, I'll just say if you go by foot, it'll take a few days. If you're bringing the carriage, it'll take you like a few hours at most.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh.
definitely bringing the carriage for that one because if I heard days, normally I'm scared. I can't do days because I got shit cooking and I can't exactly leave it unattended.
And I have a meeting at the town. I have a meeting at the town hall tomorrow.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously taking the quicker route, not the slow as fuck route.
Yeah. You know the area. Do you want to pathfind?
Yeah, I can easily do that for you.
I have a 15 in survival.
I don't. But I know.
And
the
you need
land.
somebody with land vehicles proficiency, and I need you guys to decide on which compatriot you're going to be bringing with you. Benor hasn't got a lot of combat in, and Abdul has got a lot.
I
Though-
think.
yeah.
I think Benor. I think. Benor.
You haven't seen a lot from. This party in particular has not seen a lot from Nolan either.
Yeah, I was about to suggest Nolan because
I've seen a lot from Nolan.
What
do you mean?
I have.
Well, in terms of Nolan in combat in a while.
I haven't seen Benor in combat ever.
What?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I say we take Benor because I think Vera and Benor should stick together like at all time.
So those are the 4 things that catch your eye. Just PM me which one catches your interest the most. Meantime, yeah.
So.
Who has doesn't Flint have land vehicle proficiency?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Is Flint going to drive?
No, he's gonna sit in the back while someone else does it.
I don't think
Well,
anyone
somebody
else.
with negative proficiency modifier just drives.
Well, you don't have negative proficiency.
What would it be to drive without proficiency?
It would just be wisdom.
For me, that would be like a +6. So.
Sorry, wisdom or dexterity.
Yeah.
I have. I mean,
It's wisdom.
either-
My bad. Yeah,
What's,
it's wisdom. My bad.
Yeah.
What's Flint's land vehicle?
Let's see. It is an 8 modifier.
Yeah, much better than mine, but like by 2.
Yeah, I think we should let Flint drive, but I will do survival checks.
Yeah, and essentially I'd be giving you guidelines of like the route to take.
So you'll be giving me the help.
It'll just be a
action.
single survival check, anyways.
Yeah.
So 19 on him. What the?
Damn.
Okay.
Man, your phone does not like you whenever you try to fucking open up your character sheet.
There we go, the last one. Christ almighty. Okay. 19 on the land vehicles, 18 on the survival.
Actually, Norlai's giving me help, so.
So,
Oh,
Natural.
God damn it!
No,
Why?
that's stealth. That's a waste of an. You know what? We'll just accept the roll, but we'll just add the bonuses. So that's a 35. So easy enough to drive there. It takes a few hours. Though you do manage to find the location. It appears to be a small. It appears to be a cave. A lot of scratch marks. A lot of bite marks on some half-eaten apples, as well as a lot of leftover teeth. Hello?
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry, just
So
confirming.
I think we're in the right area. Uh, should I might use my other fourth level spell slot to cast locate creature.
Alright. Well, you do so. You're getting it inside the cave. Directly inside.
Well, so she turns to Flint. Well, good news, Flint. The tooth that this creature is from is directly inside the cave. Uh, do we want to lure him out or just head straight in there?
Oh, I can see in the dark. What about you?
Uh, I can see in the dark.
Can you?
I can. I believe so.
Hmm.
Fey bloodlines.
Hmm. Are you sure? I'm sorry, just being a little shady. I'm so sorry.
You've actually
I
got.
Could perhaps set up a trap to lure it, and make the time easier. Since it's in the cave, I'd like to explore
Yeah.
the cave without interruption. And
Yeah. Just to confirm. Yeah, you have
it
dark
would seem to
vision.
be dangerous in any way. You care about that,
Yeah,
right?
I had to look myself. Uh, she
Excuse me.
she summons her both her sword and her shield at the same time. I mean, we could go in.
Uh,
Uh, Benoit, you can see in the dark, right?
Hmm? No. What if you? I'm joking.
Uh,
What? Can you not tell?
I have a sun rod anyway, so I'll just use the sun rod. Activate it.
Make
well,
sure to
Oh,
pay
I
attention to
was.
any details inside.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm conducting more than one level of investigation here.
yeah.
She actually, Benor sort of says, "Hold on a moment," as she draws her longsword and utters a phrase in Gith. As the red stone in the crossguard glows a bit, she said, "I can see through more than darkness now. For now."
Very interesting. Well, I hop off the cart. I
Okay
assume we're
then.
going. I assume we're going in then.
Sounds like it.
Okay. Well, I guess since I'm the first one, I head in there.
Yeah, fine.
Who's so? All right, noted. And with that, we're ending the session. Mostly because I do not have the map
Yeah.
for the owl bear yet.
Okay.
So it gives you
It's
time.
close to being done, but yeah.
Yeah, it gives you time to set up the map. But all right, I'm going to stop the recording. Right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, please do.